Hello. Follow my moves. We're going to start down, reaching all the way down to our toes, waist, shoulders, and head. Stand up and get ready to move to my music. Have you heard that piece of music before? If you're saying yes, I'm guessing it was from a movie or maybe a commercial. I have heard it several times on TV recently. This piece is called Also Sprach Zarathustra. Can you say that? Also Sprach Zarathustra. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Also Sprach Zarathustra. If you're thinking about that and wondering what that even means, you're probably thinking it's not English, and you're right. It's German. And the guy who wrote it, his name is Richard Strauss, rhymes with mouse. Richard Strauss lived a long time ago. As you can tell, he's in a painting, not a photograph. And he wrote this maybe 100 years ago. But it's such a popular piece of music that it's been used a lot in many, many commercials and modern movies and things of that nature. So kind of a cool thing that music lives lots longer than people do. So Also Sprach Zarathustra by Richard Strauss. We're going to do this again. This time I want you to imagine that you have a can of your favorite color paint. And it's right here in front of you, and you have a giant paintbrush, not the kind you use in art class, but the kind that you would use to paint a house or a shed. And when we get to that special part, I want you to see if you can move your hand as though you're painting on a giant canvas. Reach out as far as you can. Reach up as high and as low as you can. There's your canvas. All right, so use your imagination. Here's our song, Also Sprach Zarathustra by Richard Strauss. Can you just imagine what that canvas would look like? I bet it would be pretty neat. What color did you imagine painting with? In my mind, I was painting with magenta. I love that color. Now, we don't have huge canvases. We don't have big cans of paint, but we do have a chance to take a ride on my marker. So right now, wherever my marker goes, can you make your finger follow it? Okay, we're going to do this again, and we're going to use my huge whiteboard as our canvas. I want you to take your finger and follow my marker, take that ride, and let's try also Sprach on the whiteboard. I'm going to do the whole thing, not just the painting part. So I'm going to make an X where I'm going to start, and we'll see where the marker goes and what it looks like at the end. Let's announce the piece together. Also Sprach Zarathustra by Richard Strauss. Here we go. Take a ride. Oh boy. Now, do you see where I started? Can you point to that? If you found the X, you're right. There's where I started. And can you find where I finished? Point to it. Here it is. I'll put a period there. There's the end. Now, this is a score, a representation of our music, and it's really the flow of how it felt, how my arm felt. I wasn't intending on drawing anything in particular. My arm just went where it went, and it felt the music. And so I'd like you can either try to follow this one more time, or you could pause the video and you could go get a piece of paper and a marker, and you could try to make a map for yourself. So either way, you can do either one of those things. Go ahead and pause, get your supplies, or get your finger ready to read my map. Here we go. Let's announce one more time. Also Sprach Zarathustra by Richard Strauss. Here goes. Now, if you made your own map, I hope that it doesn't look just like this because your arm probably feels the music differently than me. And I hope that you can find your starting point and your ending point. That's the main thing that you're going to look for on your map. You might also see that there are some things that are the same. There might be places where you can see the drums happen and you can identify those. Maybe, maybe not. I hope that this was a nice little way to start with that flow of the music and get a feel for how that could look if you made a map on paper. Have a great week.